What is deception? Deception is the act of intentionally misleading someone by providing false information, presenting incorrect actions, or creating an illusion to influence beliefs or actions. Often, deception aims to manipulate perceptions or gain an advantage, as it involves knowingly obscuring the truth or fabricating details to produce a false impression. This tactic can take many forms, such as fraud, trickery, pretense, and misrepresentation, and is commonly used in various contexts to achieve specific outcomes. Reasons why people deceive. People use deception for various psychological and social reasons. To avoid punishment. Deception is often used to escape consequences or avoid judgment from others. To gain a reward. Some individuals lie to secure benefits or rewards they might not receive otherwise. To protect self-image. Deception can help individuals preserve a favorable image of themselves or avoid embarrassment. To protect others. People sometimes deceive to spare others' feelings or to avoid causing harm, such as withholding harsh truths. For personal gain or advantage. Deception can be a strategy for advancing personal interest, such as career advancement or competitive advantage. To avoid conflict. Lying to prevent arguments or reduce tension in personal relationships is a common motivation. Due to personality disorders. Some individuals with personality disorders, such as narcissism, may lie habitually without clear reasons. Deception often reflects complex psychological and social dynamics, including the desire to control perceptions, avoid discomfort, and maintain social connections. Signs of deception. Detecting deception often involves observing verbal cues, body language, and behavior changes. Avoiding self-reference. Liars may avoid using I or other self-referential terms to distance themselves from the lie. Inconsistent body language. A mismatch between words and body language, like nodding when saying no, may indicate dishonesty. Repeating the question. This can be a tactic to buy time to construct a lie. Equivocation. Using vague language or not directly answering the question suggests evasion. Use of absolute language. Overuse of phrases like I swear or honestly may be a red flag. Hand-to-mouth gestures. Covering the mouth or touching the face can signal discomfort or dishonesty. Avoiding eye contact. While not definitive, avoiding eye contact can indicate unease when lying. Unusual speech patterns. Changes in speaking speed or tone, like speaking too fast or stammering, may signal deception. Over-exaggeration. Overly dramatic or detailed explanations can be a sign someone is overcompensating for a lie. Deflection. Responding with a question rather than an answer indicates evasion. Fidgeting. Excessive movements like foot tapping or shifting in place may indicate discomfort from lying. Contradicting details. Liars may forget details or contradict earlier statements. Lack of contractions. Using full words instead of contractions like I did not instead of I didn't may indicate a rehearsed statement. Perspiration. Increased sweating can signal nervousness from deceit. Excessive hand movements. Overly animated hand gestures can be an attempt to distract or emphasize a lie. Psychological tricks of deception. There are techniques in psychology that are often used for manipulation and deception. Here are 15 psychological techniques that can be used to achieve the desired result. Increased touching of the face. When a person is lying, he may touch his face, lips, or nose more often. Coughing before an answer. A person may cough to gain time and come up with an answer. Using indirect speech. Without directly accusing, a manipulator can incline the interlocutor to the desired reaction using hints. Ignoring a direct question. changing the topic or avoiding answering the question asked. Switching to a friendly tone. The attacker creates the illusion of trust by addressing with sympathy and warmth. Switching to detailed explanations. A detailed description of unnecessary details to seem more convincing. Maintaining eye contact. In order to hide a lie and convince the interlocutor of the truthfulness. False smile. The manipulator smiles, but the smile looks unnatural, often only with the lips. Overdoing it with compliments. Excessive attention and compliments to lull vigilance. Minimizing the meaning of your words. Adding phrases like honestly, which may indicate a lie. Creating a sense of urgency. The manipulator pushes for a quick decision to not give time to think. Hidden threat. Hints at possible negative consequences if you refuse to cooperate. Using humor. Jokes to avoid uncomfortable questions. Creating an atmosphere of trust. Behavior reminiscent of a close relationship to reduce critical perception. Overusing positive words. The manipulator may actively use positive words and phrases to distract from critical thinking. Psychological techniques of deception. Psychological deception techniques are often employed to manipulate perceptions and gain advantage. Selective omission. Omitting crucial information to influence the other party's understanding of a situation. Exaggeration. Overstating details to create a favorable impression or justify actions. Minimization. Downplaying certain facts or actions to reduce perceived importance or guilt. Feigned ignorance. Pretending not to know something to avoid revealing the truth or responsibility. Flattery. Using excessive compliments to build rapport and lower defenses. Diversion. Shifting focus from sensitive topics to avoid exposure or questioning. Emotional appeal. Using emotions like guilt or sympathy to manipulate responses. Lie by commission. Directly stating false information to mislead someone. False urgency. Creating a sense of time pressure to prompt hasty decisions without due scrutiny. Mock compliance. Pretending to agree or comply while planning to act otherwise. Gaslighting. Manipulating someone to question their perception of reality, often making them feel unsure of themselves. Ingratiation. Becoming overly friendly or cooperative to lower suspicion. Projection. Attributing one's own motives or actions to another to deflect blame. Fabrication. Creating entirely false narratives to deceive. Feigned defensiveness. Reacting with mock defensiveness to deflect suspicion and shift focus back to the questioner. How to protect yourself from deception. Protecting yourself from deception involves awareness, self-reflection, and practical strategies. These strategies promote vigilance and encourage building relationships based on honesty and trust. Increase self-awareness. According to experts like Robert Greene, being mindful of your own biases and vulnerabilities is crucial, as deception often exploits these areas. Set clear boundaries. Communicate openly and establish boundaries in relationships to prevent others from manipulating you. Verify information. Fact-checking and looking for inconsistencies in what others say can help you catch lies early. Surround yourself with trustworthy people. Building a supportive network can offer a sense of safety and help you identify deceptive patterns together. Trust your intuition. Often, intuition alerts you to deceptive behavior. If something feels off, consider it a warning to be cautious. Highly successful psychological techniques of deception. Here are 15 psychological techniques of deception that have proven highly successful. Misdirection. Redirecting attention away from the true goal. It works by exploiting the focus and assumptions of the target, making them ignore critical information. Feigned vulnerability. Pretending to be weaker or more exposed than one is to lure the adversary into a trap. This plays on overconfidence and underestimation. Camouflage. Hiding in plain sight by blending into the environment or appearing as something else entirely. It exploits the brain's tendency to overlook the familiar. Disinformation. Spreading false information to confuse or mislead. This creates doubt and forces the target to waste resources verifying facts. Decoy tactics. Using fake targets or distractions to draw attention away from the real objective. It manipulates the adversary's decision-making process. Manipulating expectations. Creating false narratives or patterns to condition the target's thinking, leading them to predictable responses. Impersonation. Pretending to be someone else to gain trust or access. This takes advantage of social norms and trust mechanisms. Concealment. Hiding intentions, resources, or information to prevent detection. This works by limiting the adversary's data for accurate decision-making. False consensus. Creating the illusion that a certain belief or action is widely accepted, pressuring the target to conform. Double bluff. Acting as if you are being deceptive when you are actually truthful, or vice versa. It plays on the target's overthinking or distrust. Strategic silence. Withholding key information to force the adversary to fill gaps with their assumptions, which are often wrong. Creating false urgency. Instilling a sense of immediate danger or opportunity to pressure the target into hasty, ill-considered actions. Mimicry. Copying behaviors, patterns, or appearances to gain trust or avoid suspicion. It leverages familiarity and perceived harmlessness. Psychological warfare. Undermining morale and confidence through fear, confusion, or hopelessness, reducing the target's ability to make rational decisions. Exaggeration. Overstating strength, resources, or consequences to intimidate or mislead. This technique exploits fear and uncertainty. Each technique is effective because it taps into natural cognitive biases such as trust, overconfidence, pattern recognition, or the fear of loss. Their success depends on precise execution and understanding the target psychology. Throughout history, tactical deception has been a cornerstone of military success. Here are some of the most notable examples. Trojan horse, 12th century BCE. The Greeks used a wooden horse to infiltrate Troy, presenting it as a gift while hiding soldiers inside. This strategy combines psychological manipulation and misdirection, exploiting the Trojans' trust. Sun Tzu's Art of War, 5th century BCE. Sun Tzu emphasized deception, stating, "All warfare is based on deception." His teachings include feigning weakness, misleading the enemy about troop movements, and exploiting false expectations. Hannibal's double envelopment, Battle of Cannae, 216 BCE. Hannibal used baiting tactics, drawing Roman forces into a trap where his troops enveloped and annihilated them. This mastery of feigned retreat and ambush is still studied today. Operation Fortitude, World War II. A critical part of the D-Day landings, this Allied operation used fake equipment, double agents, and false communications to convince the Germans that the invasion would occur at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. Israeli Mossad's Operation Entebbe, 1976. In a daring rescue, Mossad agents used false identities and surprise tactics to free hostages in Uganda, showcasing modern applications of deception. Each success highlights careful planning, psychological insight, and the ability to exploit the opponent's assumptions.
Hello everyone. I am very excited to share my new YouTube video with you, and I need your support to continue to bring quality and enriching content. If you enjoyed my content, please help me by like the video, it helps me reach more people and spread the message. Subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button below so you don't miss any new update or video. Press the bell to receive notifications every time I upload new content. And if you would like to support me directly and help me create more content, you are welcome to join me on Patreon. Your support is significant for me and allows me to continue investing in creating quality and enjoyable content for you. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. See you in the next video.